Hello dearies, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Mamle. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do so. Today we are going to make some special chicken tomato stew, and these are the ingredients we are going to use for today.
Preview.
So we have our chicken. This is the soft one, of course, soft chicken, and we have our tomato paste here. We also have fresh tomatoes, 4 of them. We have our onions, 3. We have our cloves of garlic, and then we have ginger. And for our spices, we have rosemary. We also have anise seeds, which is also known as nkiti. We have powdered pepper. You can use the fresh ones if you want, and curry powder. We also have our seasoning powder here. We have oil for the stew and for frying the chicken. And lest I forget, we have salt as usual. So let's get started. I'm chopping the ginger. I'm going to chop the ginger, the garlic, and 1 onion for us to use for the chicken. We need to steam the chicken so well. We need to give it the flavor and the taste that we are looking for. So this will do just that. I'm not using all the garlic. I've just taken a few of them. I'm leaving the rest for later. So 1 onion also joins the squad here. Let's prep these and blend as quickly as we can. So everything will go into the blender. The onion, the garlic, and the ginger. And then we will need a little water to aid in blending. So we have our chicken. Let's put it in the saucepan and then pour our paste on it. This is what we are going to use to cook the chicken. Let's turn our fire on, and this should be on medium heat. And then we are adding our seasoning powder, chicken seasoning powder, and then I'm gonna add some salt also. This should be to your taste. Then we allow this to boil for some time. As you can see, I've allowed it to boil for about 3 minutes. I'm just turning the chicken a bit, but this is going to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes depending on how high your fire is. So I'll just stir a little, cover it up, and allow it to boil some more. So on the other side, as we are waiting for the chicken to be ready, we are going to prep some onions and some other vegetables, and we'll be blending them. So as you saw earlier, I used some of the garlic for the chicken. Cutting some, which is also going to be blended, and it would all be in the stew at the end of the day. So our fresh tomatoes, it's your turn now. I'm going to remove that part of the tomatoes. I don't want it in my stew. And even the seeds, when I realize the seeds are green, I take it all off. Yes, because I feel it shouldn't be in the stew. So let's do this quickly. Now everything is going into the blender: tomatoes, onions, garlic. And then we are going to add our local spices. This is the anise seeds. We add it. We add our rosemary also, and blend them all together. Rosemary goes so well with chicken. You can try it. It gives a nice aroma and a nice taste to the stew. So this is what we have here, blending beautifully. I don't like my chopping board getting dirty, so let me wipe everything off because I'm gonna use it again. So let's check on our chicken. It's been boiling for almost 15 minutes now, but now I know it's ready. Yes, I'm very sure it's ready, but we will just allow it to sit for a while, boil a little while, and then we take it off the fire. Cause I want my chicken very soft. So before we take the chicken off the fire, let's cut this onion into smaller pieces. This is the last one. If you were really paying close attention, we have already used 2, and this is the last one, which will go into the stew. Yeah, so at this point I'm gonna take this off the fire. And then let's pour our oil into the frying pan. I've taken my chicken out of the stock. I don't want to stain in the stock before it gets fried, so I've taken it out of the stock and it's cooling down already. I'm checking whether the oil is hot. Indeed it is. See the onion I dropped in there frying like so I'll drop my chicken one after the other and fry them. Let's be careful so that we don't get burnt. At this point, our chicken has been frying for about 2 minutes. Yes. So I just have to keep turning and turning till every part looks so nice and golden brown. At that point, you can even chew it without thinking of using it for your stew or whatever. When it happens like this, my husband just enters the kitchen and consumes as much as he can. take them off, and then we can start the process for the stew itself, since everything is ready at the side now. I'm using the same oil because it has the flavor of the chicken. It's too much, so I'm not going to use all. This is the onion we prepped earlier, so we allow it to fry in the oil and then stir for a little while. About 1 to 2 minutes. And then our powdered pepper goes in there. If you want to use fresh pepper, you can as well blend it and add. So I'm using the powdered pepper because it's homemade. Yes, it's making this simple. And our blended tomatoes, onions, garlic, anise seeds, and rosemary goes in there. It smells so good already. With the mixture of the rosemary and anise seeds, it will take this stew to a different level, trust me. So you stir this for a while, allow it to boil and cook for about 5 minutes. I prefer to keep stirring so that it doesn't get burnt. So this has been boiling for about 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes now. So at this point, I want to add my tomato paste, so that it will cook together with it. When you add the tomato paste, you should try and stir periodically so that it doesn't get burnt. And you have to make sure the tomato is cooked. Look at how it looks now. It is not cooked at all. When it gets cooked, I'll show you how it's going to be like. So look at this. Do you see the difference? When it wasn't cooked, the color was a bit different, lighter. Now it's cooked. It looks deeper, and as you move the spatula, it looks like the tomato paste or the tomato mixture is following the spatula. It moves round and round in the saucepan. That should tell you that it's cooked. They all come together and it looks separated when you take a closer look at it. At this point, you see that your tomato paste is cooked. When you taste the stew, you wouldn't have this sour taste in your tongue or in your cheeks. So you add your stock from the chicken to the stew. You stir this for a while and allow it to cook. It's been boiling for about 5 minutes. This is already cooked, so let's just drop our chicken in there. The number of our chicken has reduced. I told you, he has already entered the kitchen and has consumed what he wants to consume. You see, the chicken has reduced, but we are still going to use it like that. So you stir and allow the chicken to soak the stew, so it will release its let me say juices, aroma, whatever it has into the stew, and the stew too will release into the chicken. So it's like an exchange. At this point, I'm now adding my curry powder. Yes, I didn't add it earlier because when you add it earlier, you don't really feel the aroma and all that. So I add it at the latter part of my stew, and it takes the stew to a different level. Yes, at this point I've tasted and I feel I need extra seasoning powder and a bit of salt. So that is what I'm doing now. You have to be careful not to add the salt early, because after adding the chicken and everything, it may be salty. So after all these, our stew is ready, and I'm going to serve this with rice. What are you going to serve this with? You can take it with yam, you can take it with kenke, you can take it with spaghetti, banku, or anything you can think of. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, kindly press on the subscribe button and tap on the post notification bell as well, so that anytime I upload a video, you get a first-hand notification. Don't forget that I love you so much, but God loves you more. Until we meet again, I say bye bye. Wait, hold on. This looks so yummy. Let me grab my spoon and then taste this. You are all invited. If you are close by, just enter Estet Kitchen and then let's have a bite. This tastes so good.